News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
An 18-year-old Missoula woman charged with sexual assault without consent. Good morning, this is John King filling in for Peter Christian, who's taken the day off. I hope he rests up and has a good day off as well. Your news this morning brought to you by Ponderosa Dental, just off Reserve Street on 3rd Street. When you think of a great smile, think of Ponderosa Dental, proud corporate sponsor of Grizzly Athletics. 18-year-old Valerie Bullock appeared in Missoula Justice Court on Thursday on a felony charge of sexual intercourse without consent after allegedly having an ongoing sexual relationship with an underage, developmentally disabled boy who reportedly has the developmental age of a 9-year-old child. Deputy Missoula County Attorney Amber Henning asked Judge Marie Anderson for $5,000 bail.
The defendant is 18 and is alleged with sexual intercourse without consent, had a relationship with a 14-year-old developmentally disabled boy. She was told his age and warned that she was what she was doing was illegal, and for those reasons we're asking for $5,000.
Judge Anderson indeed set the bail at $5,000 and ordered Bullock to have no contact with the victim and to appear again in court on November 17th. Governor Bullock's use of the state plane to fly to Missoula for a Paul McCartney concert has resurfaced as a political issue just days before the general election. An ethics complaint filed against Governor Bullock has been sitting in the Commissioner of Political Practices office for weeks. But it was only made public recently when Missoula area legislator Brad Sheeta sent that complaint to fellow legislators. Political Practices Commissioner Jonathan Model says that Sheeta broke state law by talking about the complaint.
Confidentiality is imposed on the person filing the complaint, the person who is the subject of the complaint, and the commissioner. Mr. Tashida, by releasing a ethics complaint, violated a specific section of state law to which there is no exception.
Cheetah's attorney, Matthew Monforton, says Cheetah's freedom to discuss the ethics complaint is protected, not only by state law, but by the U.S. Constitution.
Number one, it's a First Amendment issue. His speech is protected by the First Amendment, but it's also specifically protected by Montana law. The statute that Model is relying upon, and in which he threatens Representative Cheetah with what he describes as a severe penalty, that statute expressly removes jurisdiction from Model for legislative acts engaged in by legislators.
Model doesn't buy the argument and says that Cheetah's decision to release the complaint is a black and white violation of state law.
It is bogus. Let me read you the exact section of law. The complainant, that's the person who files the ethics complaint, and the person who is the subject of the complaint shall maintain the confidentiality of the complaint and any related documents released to the parties by the commissioner until the commissioner issues a decision. It is just so exquisitely black and white.
Model says that the type of violation by Cheetah would be dealt with by a criminal court. When asked if there would be criminal charges, Model refused to go into detail until after the November 8th election. Cheetah's attorney had strong words for Model.
That's absolutely false. There is no criminal statute that attaches to any of this. Mr. Model is a liar and a slanderer if he's accusing Representative Cheetah of committing a criminal violation. And it just goes to show that Model is nothing more than an extortionist.
Model said that Cheetah's actions would not affect the original ethics complaint status, but also said that the Political Practices Office has such a narrow ground for ruling on ethics complaint that most are thrown out. A new analysis shows Republican gubernatorial candidate Greg Gianforte has aired more campaign ads than any other state candidate in the country. The Center for Public Integrity's data released Thursday shows that the Bozeman businessman aired 34,661 ads on broadcast television since his campaign began last year through Monday. That number does not include ads on cable TV, radio, or the internet. Gianforte's total number of ads aired is 4,900 more than the next leading candidate, Missouri gubernatorial candidate Eric Greitens. Gianforte is in a tight race against Democratic Governor Steve Bullock. The analysis shows that Bullock has aired more than 9,500 ads, which ranks 15th in the nation among the 749 candidates and groups analyzed. A Bullock-backed political action committee called Good Jobs Montana aired 11,925 ads. That's the seventh highest total in the analysis. And speaking of Election Day, the long haul to Election Day is almost over. The polls will open on Tuesday at 7 a.m. Elections Administrator Rebecca Connors has been literally on the run for weeks trying to prepare for the general election and provide some last-minute information to voters in Missoula County.
Voters just don't go online to the My Voter page, nt.com, to check their voting status. This will help them see if they're registered or not before Election Day. If you're a registered voter, you have not received a ballot yet, you have until noon to request an absentee ballot the Monday before the election. If you do not meet that deadline, then you need to appear at your polling place on Election Day to receive your ballot.
Connor said the election headquarters at the Missoula County Fairgrounds is open for extended hours prior to Tuesday's election.
Voters who need to update their information, such as address changes or new to Missoula County, they need to come to the fairgrounds. We're really encouraging people to take advantage of our extended hours. We're open until 6 this week, and then this Saturday we're open from 8 a.m. until 1. And we're expecting large lines on Election Day here at the fairgrounds.
There is a link to the Secretary of State's My Voter page on our website at newstalk.kgvo.com. Connor said polls in Missoula County will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Election Day.